The word is something, again, in search of which every Freemason journeys. The word had become lost. And what is that word? All we know is that the rituals give us a substitute for the word. The word itself, and is it really a word, simply a word? What is it? And what is it supposed to do for us? Hello, everyone. My name is Merrick. Welcome to Culver City Fauché Lodge, number 467, Free and Accepted Masons of the state of California. I'm a past master of that lodge, a very proud past master of that lodge. And I'm sitting here in the library, one of the libraries of Culver City Fauché Lodge. It's a comfortable environment, and it's conducive to my studies and my research. What I find unique about Culver City Fauché Lodge is its cultural exchange. We have many cultures represented here, and it's very enriching for the Masonic student. And I'm very happy to say that we have probably the largest collection of books of any Blue Lodge within the Southern California area. Actually, we have probably about 5,000 volumes in this room and a couple other rooms. Many times somebody will go to a Masonic lodge and see standard things on the bookshelves or on a table. Perhaps it's an encyclopedia set of Mackey's Masonic history, or perhaps a copy of Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike. Probably most Freemasons have heard of Albert Pike, and even those who are not Freemasons have probably heard the name. He is a very was a productive Masonic writer and worked with the Scottish Rite, the ancient accepted Scottish Rite, for many years. Albert Pike quotes Plato, a lot of extant and extinct religions, and as he's writing, he's presuming that the reader has also been educated in these areas. So it's difficult when we don't have that foundation to grasp Albert Pike thoroughly. So that's the importance of a library such as what we have, because we have everything here that Albert Pike refers to. Lately, I've been reading this wonderful book called Letters on the Royal Art, and it has a subtitle, The Spiritual Alchemy of J.B. Kearning's Esoteric Freemasonry. J.B. stands for Johann Baptista. Johann Baptista Kearning was a German author and a German Freemason. And he wrote on Masonic subjects that don't always come up in the rituals themselves. They may be alluded to some way in the rituals, but it's very rare when somebody goes to the extent to penetrate deeply into some of the lectures that we have, the words that we use in our rituals, sacred words, mystical words, and what do they really mean to us? A word is not just a word, but it's a power. It becomes part of a psychology. I think of a word in the way that I think of light as it's referred to in the Old Testament. We can quote scriptures in Genesis, and we know that the scripture begins with the words, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, 'Let there be light.'" Now, light was the first element of creation. But what is that light? Presumably, it's the element in search of which every Freemason journeys. Light. The Hebrews called it or. They spelled it Elef Vav Resh, or transliterated to English would be A-U-R. What is that light? The first act of creation was the production of light. Yet, it was not physical light. The sun, the moon, and the stars, these things were ordered by God into creation on the fourth day thereof. The very first element of creation was that pristine light. Some sort of awareness. So a word, like light, is not just a word. It's a power. It's a light of understanding, a light of awareness. And we can look at literature again. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word is something, again, in search of which every Freemason journeys. The Word had become lost. And what is that Word? All we know is that the rituals give us a substitute for the Word. The Word itself. And is it really a word, simply a word? What is it? And what is it supposed to do for us? Is to change us. That's what it's supposed to do, is to change us. Enlighten us to the world and all therein. The Word. Johann Baptista Kerning talks about discovering the Word. To him, language is not just a collection of words that add up to make a sentence complete. Every word has a dynamic to it, a power, a timbre, a vibration. He explores in their depths vowels and later consonances that can contribute to the formation of a word. And Freemasonry talks about words. Freemasonry specifically talks about the lost word. What is the lost word? And what is a word? And how that word acts upon us. How it changes us.